All right, so I just wanted to demonstrate while I'm working on making a pouch, EDC pouch, this fairly thick leather, hide, whatever you want to call it, uh, using the Spyderco native lightweight to cut leather, and just to demonstrate how pointy or stabby this knife is with even the slightest pressure is cutting right through this leather with just a point end. Very few knives can do this. Basically, what you have is a very thick X-Acto knife, and actually worked better than the X-Acto knife that I had, the blade that I had on this X-Acto knife, and the thinness of the X-Acto knife was very flimsy and at times would bend as I tried to force the X-Acto knife to go through the thick leather, and finally did in fact snap, and I lost the blade. So using the Spyderco, I did not intend to use my Spyderco Native 5 for my hobby, but I ran out of blades to put in the X-Acto knife, so I decided to use this and see if it worked, and surprisingly it worked actually better than an X-Acto knife. So you know, I'm using one hand. I'm holding the phone with one hand and using the knife with the other, and I'm gently just pressing into the leather, and it's cutting right in there. And I mean, I'm not even really holding anything properly. I'm just watch right here. I mean, you could hear the blade just cutting right through the leather. I mean, this is all just one-handed. If I was using both hands, I'd be done by now. I'm just trying not to. I'm trying to cut within the line, not mess up the. Here, well, I wish I had two hands, but this is just. I mean, it's just. Hold on a second. All right, so just I mean, it's just amazing how sharp this knife is. Boom. I mean, that would just absolutely no effort. The blade was just going right through the leather. I didn't have to use any force. Even when I was dotting through the lines here with the point, it would just, I mean, just going through this leather like lightsaber going through flesh. If you're a Star Wars fan, that's what basically the comparison is. Just boom. So hate the action, the open and close action of the knife, but this is not a knife that you fidget with or play with. It's not the type of knife you want to flip open and play with. Like I said in my previous videos, this is a actual serious utilitarian knife that you carry. This knife will skin anything out there. It'll process any game that you have. If you're a hunter, I strongly recommend this knife. Buck 110. I'm sorry if you carry a Buck 110 for pre-processing of your game that you catch on while you're hunting out there. You got the wrong knife. This is the knife that you need to actually carry with you if you field dress small game or even large game. I don't know what knives you guys use. I'm not a hunter, but I could almost guarantee you that this blade is the blade you want. Seriously. I mean, the way it cuts through this leather with precision and accuracy and ease. I have never had a knife that cut through things with such ease. I mean, just effortless cutting. Very little pressure or work that you have to do to get the blade through whatever you're cutting. This I highly recommend. I mean, even the shape of the blade, in my opinion, is reminiscent of what primitive man would use stone edged weapons to skin animals and stuff. This is a tried and true design. This will poke through any flesh of any animal, cut open any flesh, skin anything out there. It is very sharp, very sharp. Now, I'll continue to use this and give you follow-up videos of this blade, this knife. I will not strop it or sharpen it. I will keep using it until it gets dull, and report to you how long it has gone without having to be stropped or sharpened. But right out of the box, this is razor sharp. Like I said in my previous video, it shaves hair off of your arm. It cuts tape on packages like nothing. You just literally just touch the tape and it's just cut open. It's like a surgical steel when you're opening packages. It just effortless opening. It's almost like a scalpel going through flesh. I don't know how to describe it. It's just amazing blade. All of the knife guys will definitely criticize the open action and the close action. Okay, this is like I said, this is not a knife that you carry around to play with. It's not a knife you play around with when you're bored, you want to just fidget with something. No, this is a knife that you carry around for some serious cutting, slicing, processing, opening packages, doing real serious work, because this is a serious blade. Okay. I love the design of the blade, love the ergonomics of the handle. The only thing I said, like I said, knife lovers won't like the action. I mean, at times, if you get grit or whatever in the action, it'll be very hard to open. But more than anything else, if you just under normal circumstances, it's a smooth, slow open. But it's not one of those knives that you flip open or anything like that. And I keep repeating that because it's very important that you know that this is not one of those spidey flicky knives that you're going to play with. This is for serious knife work, folks. So if you need a serious blade, sharp as a razor, this is the knife you want to carry. I mean, I know you like knife lovers out there, like those fidgety ones that flip open with great action and smooth action and all this and that. But in my opinion, this is the one of the best looking Spydercos out there. I love the ergonomics, the design, but the only thing most people will complain about is the action, open and shut action. But it's not that bad. It's a smooth open. You know, it's one-handed open. It's definitely better than I take it back. I did say the Buck 110 did have a smoother open action and close action, but after a while, I've kept every time I open it now, it's definitely a lot smoother than I initially thought. I don't think it's broken, but it's just that once in a while you might get some dust or grit in there, and it just becomes really hard to open, and then all of a sudden it'll loosen up and clear out or whatever, and then you going right back to slow, smooth opening. So I do like the snap open here, snap action. You know, so the all native fives I believe have this action, regardless if it's scales or not FRN, G10 scales. They're all, I think, have shared the same open and close action. So that, but like I said, this blade the steel is S30V. I'm just like super impressed with the sharpness. Please don't play with this knife. When you get this knife out of the box, don't play with it. You will cut yourself. You will hurt yourself. Respect this knife. Respect it. This is a knife that you carry for serious work. And play. And when you play with it, it makes the job so much easier. Cuts better than an X-Acto knife. Seriously. All right. Thanks for watching.